this DVD leaves you wanting more information and more interaction with Team Korda and Team Guru, then be rest assured that our work on the web offers just that. Korda.co.uk and TackleGuru.com are websites bursting with information. The sites cover exclusive news, dedicated rig sections, but it gets even better. Our huge library of past TV work from Thinking Tackle, underwater filming and previously unseen video from the team's travels are available on our sites. Talking of teams, maybe you want direct interaction with its members. Well, that's possible too. In fact, we pride ourselves on this. Tom Dove, Daryl Peck, Jake Warble, Dean Macy, Steve Ringer, yours truly and many of the others have dedicated Facebook pages along with the official Korda fan page. The rest of the team are all Twitter fanatics with even live feeds on both Korda.co.uk and TackleGuru.com. Don't miss out, follow the team online. It's been a great year for the Guru brand. We took on a new consultant in the name of Dean Macy, former gold medalist. We've been working on a brand new season of Fishing Gurus. It's been brilliant, covering all styles of coarse fishing. Here's some of the best technical sections.
Well, Adam, my first question was going to be how you're doing. That's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Not too bad. There's a few fish feeding now. It's took a little while to get them going.
Yeah.
Obviously, most of the fish are swimming around on the top, but I've chosen my favourite method, actual method feeder fishing.
Right.
So I've gone for that approach. A little bit of bait going in now. Seems to be bringing quite a few nice sort of size fish.
They are stunning.
Beautiful fish.
When they look like that, they do not have to be big, do they?
No, and they pull the rod right round as well, so it's all good fish.
I couldn't believe, I've seen your rod from over there when we were with Steve earlier on. You literally seem to be, in the last sort of 90 minutes, just won a chuck almost.
There's a few there now, yeah, so it's good fun, and obviously you never know what you're going to catch next, so yeah, it's a nice size fish. Let's put it back and try and catch another.
But this is what you do best though, isn't it? I mean, you mash anglers, you can sit in one peg and you can get the absolute maximum out of it every single time. And you were saying earlier on that the first 90 minutes of the session was pretty slow. How did you decide how you was going to build it up, and how did you go about it?
Well, basically, I thought, you know, it's a lovely venue, loads of features. Those fish are going to be running along the features, so
it's not hard to spot them.
No, and they're pretty colourful, so they show themselves. And I thought, right, if I keep going on the method, the fish are generally just swimming around the surface, but I thought if I keep plodding away on the method, putting plenty of particle in, plenty of bait, see what happens. And they've just switched on now. It's
well,
great.
It's obviously working, so show us your rig.
It's dead simple. Just using an 8-pound drag line to a simple method feeder, an elasticated method feeder, which is simply attached. All we do is I have a little twist in my line with a little loop on the end. So
what does the twist do?
Basically, all I do is when you're catching a lot of fish, your line's rubbing against your landing net head. So I just like to double up the line and the last sort of like 18 inches of my line.
Clever.
So it's, you know, it's
double
just
the abrasion resistance, a little bit more strength and stuff like that.
And also it gives it sits flatter on the deck as well. 2 lengths of line, it's a lot heavier, sits nice and flat, so you get less liners and less.
I notice you've got a little crafty sinker up there as well.
Yeah, a little crafty sinker just to help pin it down. If you fish a tight line on a venue like this where there's lots of fish, you're just going to get liners. They move your feeder about, pull your bait about, and you just don't get the perfect presentation. So it's simple, dead easy to attach. Just limp it over, and that's it. And then you've got a tail rubber that pulls over the top. So a small elasticated feeder, just it's got black hydro elastic in, which is ideal, just cushions the fish.
Right, well, load it up for us.
Okay, mate, it's simple. Best hook bait at the moment has been luncheon meat. So I sort of pick a cube. This has just been through a 6mm cutter, so they're just standard 6mm pieces. Thread it through just on a normal needle. I've got a little bait band there off the back of the hair, and then all I do is basically
see, that's clever. I've not seen that bait band before.
And then just pull the bait band in, and then and that will just hold into position. So that's fine. It's just dead quick and easy.
And Steve, before you chuck that back out again, talk us through the actual rig, because it looks very, very simple.
It is very simple. I'll run it through right from the start. Literally, I've got a 6-pound drag line main line.
Okay.
You get a little, what I call like a tail rubber cap that comes with the flat method feeder. You thread that onto the main line. Then I tie overhand loop.
Right. Is that a double or a single overhand loop?
It's a double.
Right, okay.
So I've got the loop with a cap above. Then it's a case of clipping the method feeders on and off.
Right, okay.
There's a little clip on top of the feeders. The loop literally inside the clip, like that. It's just for speed. So when I'm catching a lot of fish, I've got like 3 method feeders on the go, so I can unhook a fish, unclip it,
Yeah, I can see you
another
got two
feeder
set
back
up in
on.
your, in
Just
your bowl
saves
already.
time. The more time in a match you're in the water, the more fish you can catch.
Definitely,
you know what I mean? In a tight match where you need 2 or 3 pound in it, that extra 5 minutes you spend in the water makes all the difference.
Yeah.
So then you've got your XA feeder.
Right. And now that one's got elastic through it. You do, I mean, there's two styles, isn't there? With and without elastic. Talk us through why you actually chose to use the elastic today.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'd always prefer to use elastic if possible.
Right, okay.
The reason being, it acts as a shock absorber when the fish are around the net, particularly with like small fish in the 2 to 4 pound bracket.
Yeah.
You know, you'll have seen when I'm playing fish, the elastic's out, it's just sort of bouncing, it just cushions it and stops hook pulls.
Yeah. The small fish tend to shake their heads really vigorously around the net, don't they?
Yeah.
And that's why the hook pulls tend to happen quite a lot.
Yeah, the beauty with this system as well, the reason it's called X-Safe is literally when it's all in place, the elastic can actually pull through the bottom of the feeder.
Right, okay.
So it's a safe way of fishing an elasticated system.
Yeah.
And when elasticated methods have got some bad press over the years because
Yeah.
they can be tether rigs. But the way this one's worked, when it's actually set up with the cap in on the line, if the main line should break above, the elastic can pull straight through the bottom of the feeder.
Perfect.
Right, onto this sort of end tackle. I've got a 4-inch hook length of 019 N gauge.
Right.
Then I've got a size 14 QM1. I'm
Right,
alternating between QM1s and MWGs.
Right, okay.
They're both good hooks, both suited to the sort of baits I'm fishing.
Right.
Then instead of having like the conventional sort of hair loop,
Okay.
I've got a little bait band,
Yeah.
and I'm banding either an 8mm or a 6mm pellet.
Okay. And they're just normal standard pellets. I think you got.
There's a mixture of coarse pellets, there's some slightly higher oil pellets, just
Yeah.
a mixture of the two, to be honest. And I mean, I've been alternating between the 6 and the 8.
Yeah.
When there's a lot of fish in the swim, definitely the 8.
Right.
It's a bigger bait, acts as a target for any fish that are feeding on top of the feeder.
Right.
When there's not so many, a 6 just tricks them fish that are a little bit more wary and are getting used to feeding just purely on the little micros.
Gotcha,
So
yeah.
small pellets then is going to blend in, trick that fish that's a bit cagey. But when there's a lot of fish in the swim, put a big 8mm on
Yeah.
and they'll really target it.
Well, have a look at this. 37 pounds, 4 ounces of stunning Sky Lake Common Carp. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we've exhausted every last megabyte of space on this DVD. We've brought you plenty of new tackle, tactics and tips. I've got to give a big thank you out to all the sponsors who've been a massive support on this DVD, the great guests who've brought all that invaluable information, and more importantly, these stunning carp that just keep on coming. Amazing, amazing creatures that without them, the DVD would be nothing. Thank you all at home for your ongoing loyalty and support, and thank you for watching, and see you on the bank sometime.